Move forward. Keep going. Be the little engine that could. I think I can, I think I can, I know I can, I know I can. So your gold nugget of the day is don't stand still. Keep moving. Keep making steps forward. You may fall, you may stumble, you may have to get back up, you may scratch your knees, but keep moving forward. I did the incline in Colorado with a friend of mine, and I figured out, it was about a year ago, and I figured out on that trip that I am scared of heights. Not really bad, like my dad can't climb a ladder without getting woozy. I can climb a ladder, but when I got to the top of Pikes Peak, and I was okay at the top, but when we started walking to the edge, I could not get within about 5 feet of the edge without sitting on my hind end. I felt like I was going to fall over. And it made me woozy. So when my friend the next day, before we had acclimated, the next day, my friend wants to do the incline. And it's like 2,000 feet, it felt like it was straight up. It's a 2,000 foot incline within like a mile. And I was scared to death. I was like, no, I'll pick you up later. I'll be picking you up at the bottom of the incline. Well, she asked me again to go, and I felt bad. And my son at the time was in the Army, and he was getting ready to go through a really hard training. And I had just told him, you can do it. You decide in your mind, and you set your mind on the goal, and you just keep trying, and you keep going, and you don't look back, and you can do anything you put your mind, all the stuff moms tell the kids, and all the stuff we as parents tell our children, I'm telling my son. And as my friend's asking me to do this, I start thinking about what I've told my son and how maybe I should walk the talk. So I decided to try to do the incline. And about halfway up, there's an escape route. So in my mind, I knew, okay, there's an escape route halfway. If worst case scenario, I can take that escape route. And my brain is saying all these people have done it, but the rest of my body was saying, squealing, you're an idiot, don't do it. Because I don't even work out. So I decided, I said a little prayer and asked the Lord to help us, and I decided that I was going to do it, and I was going to walk the talk and show my son that I could do what I put my mind to do. So and face my fears. So we started up this incline, and about 30 feet up, I looked back once and decided I was never going to look back again. Because when you turn around and you look back and you see where you've come, at least for me, it did not encourage me, it scared me. Because I was afraid I would fall. So I couldn't look back without being fearful. I had to if I had looked back, I would have had to stop. I would have gotten sick and I probably would have panicked. So I would not look back. I continued to look ahead. I kept my eye. At first, I would only look about 6 steps ahead. And I would plan out those 6 steps. And then I got a little braver, and I could plan out about 10 steps. And I would take about 10 steps. And then I got a little braver, and I could look at the next kind of level up. And I would take those steps until we got to the place where I was looking toward the top, and that was my goal. And the more steps I took, the more determined I wasn't going to go backwards. I wasn't going to turn around. My friend, we would take a break, and my friend would turn around, sit her little happy butt down, and have a peek down the hill or down the mountain and talk about how beautiful it was, and I was not looking back. I would take a picture behind me so I could look at it later, but I didn't want to see what was back there. I just kept moving forward. And we got to the top. And when we got to the top, I was able to Still wasn't able to walk to the edge. But I was able to call my son and tell my son that, hey, even Mama can do what she puts her mind to do. And you can do this. So my gold nugget for you today is keep moving forward. Keep making steps. Keep trying. Mistakes are okay. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to fall down and get back up. It just makes you stronger. You don't have to look backward. You can't drive. Have you ever tried to drive looking backwards at the lines? Don't do it. Don't try if you haven't, because it doesn't work. You'd be in a crash. You sure can't mow the lawn looking backwards because it looks really bad. You're all over the place by the time it's over. And it's the same way in life. Stop looking back at what your past is. Stop looking back at yesterday. Stop looking back at all of the things that you may have messed up on and letting them overwhelm you. Start moving. Don't let fear grip you. It's okay to be human. And it's really okay to mess up when you learn from those mess ups. Because it's those things that make you wiser. It's those things that give you wisdom for the future. If you learn from your mistakes. And don't forget,
You can do it! And like us and subscribe. And then ring the little bell, and every time we do a new video, you can see it. And don't forget, 7 is enough.